Okay, this is the third of video in creating your ePortfolio in Google Sites. Step 3 is to edit pages, and we're going to do the simple editing of adding text, adding links to web pages, and adding pictures. Okay, here we are at our home page, which we have renamed About Me. We're going to go ahead and add some things to this page. What you're going to do is go up to the pencil, edit page, and it's going to edit whichever page you're on. Okay, if we start typing, let me go ahead and pause for a minute and finish doing a little typing. Okay, except that I spelled something wrong. You can cut and paste, of course, from other sources, that sort of thing, too. But so there it is, and I can go up here and I can change to larger text. What you want to do as much as possible, so not in body text so much, but in formatting here, if you're using headers or subheaders, you want to be sure to, and minor headings, you want to be sure to use those. And you'll, one of them, well, there's a bunch of reasons why, but you have to use those if you're going to be making a table of contents, for instance, in Google Sites. The other reason, of course, is for accessibility, for people using screen readers that can read just the different headings, levels of headings. But we could go ahead and make some small changes here. Where was it? I was going to just Georgia instead. Whoops, highlight it. Anyway, it's just plain editing here. I think I'll go with normal. So that's text. Now, if you want to make a link, we'll go ahead. We want a link here where it says University of South Carolina. And what I always do is I always copy text before I make a link, and that's because a lot of programs you end up having to retype what you want your link to say. And I don't know, it's just a habit I have, probably more than anything. Anyway, so we're going to click on University of South Carolina. Now, here's a button for a link, to add or remove a link. I don't know if you noticed, there was also an insert a link here. But this is the easiest one because it's up with all the rest of the simple editing tools. So we're going to, did I have it still highlighted? University of South Carolina. I'm going to add the link. Okay, it takes me first to the site pages. Okay, I could make the link to one of my pages, but I don't want to. I want to make it to a web address, so I'm going to stick it there. The text to display is University of South Carolina because I had it highlighted, and I'm going to type in the link, which is okay. The only other choice you really have for a web link is you can open the link in a new window. And there are times when you want another site to open up in a new window. In general, it's just for navigation, it's generally better. People are used to using the back button. But there are times if you want somebody to be like looking at both sites at the same time, you might want to have it open in a new window. I'm gonna leave that off. The other thing is if you do have a link that takes the user to another window, you really should say in the text here. In fact, you can just put in parentheses new window or opens a new window or something like that if it does. It's good practice and extremely useful so that people don't get lost of which tab they're in or which window they're in or whatever. So anyway, so that's how you can make a text link. Okay, now we want to add a picture, so we put the cursor where we want it to be, and this time we are going to need to go into Insert an Image. And you see there's a lot of other things we'll talk about, some of them, but here's like horizontal line, which can sometimes be handy. The link you can get to the other way, but an image, we're going to insert an image. Okay, you need to upload your image, so we'll browse for that, which I believe I've got on the desktop, which I've already got here. Whoops. go. And I have a picture of me in here, I think. Do I? No, I might not. Okay, well, you won't see what I look like. But let's go ahead and get a picture of Cocky. Okay, we'll go ahead and open that. And there's a picture of Cocky. Now, alt text, you want to get in the habit of adding alternative text to any image that you put up. And again, there's always multiple reasons, it seems like. This is going to be the USC mascot, Cocky, waving. Or actually, he may be doing a thumbs up. I don't know, he's waving. And actually, I'm going to make it even simpler than that, USC mascot waving. But the reason you do that is twofold. One is people who use a screen reader, they don't know what image, 7 or whatever it's called is what that is. So you need to tell somebody who's listening to the website what the image is of. But the other thing is, you know how when you sometimes go over something on a web page, it'll have a little box that shows up? Well, that's the alt text. And so it's helpful for other people to know what that's a picture of, or who is that? Well, it's the USC mascot, and his name's Cocky. So anyway, that's why you always put alt text in things, in any kind of an image. So anyway, so we'll go ahead and say okay on that. Woo, and there's the image, and it's huge. All right. Couple things you can do. The easiest is start by taking, this is the original size, and just start going smaller. Let's make it medium. Ooh, that's actually pretty good right away. Sometimes you have to play around a little bit to make it a little better. Let's see what's small. Small is actually maybe even better. I don't know. Anyway, you can play around with it. But when you just click on it like you do, in a word processing document, you want to center it, that kind of thing. The other thing to be aware of is this is where doing text wrap. If I had a bunch of text in here, I might want to have the text wrap on, or I can turn the text wrap off. But anyway, so that's how you add text. You can add a link to a website, and you can add a picture. Now, of course, don't forget to go up. Whoops, I got to move it up here. Go up to the top here and save the page or the changes that you made. Sorry. And it'll take you back there, and that's what it looks like. Oh, you want to see if it works? Here's the link, and there it opened. Excellent. Okay, and here are some links for more information about the ePortfolios for graduation with leadership distinction at the University of South Carolina.